Hello everyone, this is Kevin, and I hope you're doing well, especially during this difficult period of coronavirus outbreak in the world. Today, I'm going to talk about TOEFL IBT test and overview the important information in the listening section of this test. As you can see in the table, you will face two main parts in this section, which are lectures and conversations. But the number is not fixed. It changes between 4 to 6 lectures, and each lecture takes about 5 minutes and has 6 questions. And as for the conversations, you will face 2 to 3 conversations, between 2 to 3 conversations, and each of them takes about 3 minutes to be completed and has 5 questions. Also, about the timing of the test, as we mentioned before, because of the fluctuating number of the tests, you will have time between 60 to 90 minutes in total for the listening section. So what is this? Because some of the parts in this section are test parts for future tests, for future exams. And the examiners want to see the reliability and the validity of these tests through the real atmosphere, test atmosphere. Because if it weren't, if it were recognizable, you would be able to put it aside and in order to save time and energy. But yeah, and they couldn't be able to test the validity of the test. Yeah, as for the scores, you will there are 30 scores in total for the listening section. The language level, more informal language than in reading section. Of course, always what you hear is more informal than what you read. So this is based on, and also this is based on the North American colleges and universities, the accent and the contents of the universities and colleges in North America. Easier than reading section, because as for the difficulty, I arranged the difficulty level to, for example, lectures. If you consider lectures out of 8th grade difficulty level, conversations are 4th or 5th grade difficulty level. In this difficulty level, lectures are more difficult than conversations because of academic context, of course, and types of listening passages. Lectures, professor speaks all or most of the time. In the lectures, most of the time the lecture is like a little bit like monologue. Classroom discussions. Professor and students discuss an academic topic. Conversations. Office hours with a student visit to a professor. Service encounters with support staff. These are the contexts of the conversations that you may face on this test. Taking notes is allowed and encouraged. It is very good to take notes in order not to forget the very important information or the main keywords of the information in the listening section. Lecture visuals. Screen with course name. Screen with course name. Context visual. Professor in class with students. And types of graphic screens. Content image, it explains content with photograph or illustration. Blackboard image with key terminology. Okay, conversation visuals. We're going to talk about conversation visuals more. Context visual sets the scene. Visual appears when narrator introduces the conversation. When there is the introduction of the topic, you will see the visual on the screen. And for the question sets, each set 2 lectures and 1 conversation. Each set of passages has 17 questions in total. Each set. Time, 10 minutes to answer 17 questions. So you need to be very fast. You need to take notes and keep all the information in your mind. And taking notes again and again and again. I mentioned taking notes is very important. Lecture questions are more difficult than conversation questions. 4 minutes for questions on each lecture and 2 minutes for questions for the conversation questions. Question order usually follows order of information in the passage. Yeah, this is the standard way of the testing. The questions should be in order. Next to see the next question, you can put on next button to see the next question. Okay, to confirm the answer. After answering the question, you confirm your answer. After clicking OK, you cannot change your answer. Be careful. Before clicking on OK, be sure that you chose what you wanted to choose. Okay, the volume to increase or decrease volume. Yeah, the volume button helps you to increase or decrease the volume of the test, volume of the listening, audio track. Multiple choice questions. Most have 4 choices and 1 correct answer. Gist, purpose for a conversation. Always listening for gist information is a bit easier because out of the tone of the speaker, or even if you don't know all the vocabulary that you face in the listening, you may understand the big picture of the test, big picture of the listening, and answer the gist question because it's not for specific. Inference, draw conclusion from stated facts. Detail, main supporting details. Yeah, listening for specific information. You may have 2 or 3 correct answers. Yeah, there are the boxes are in square format, not the circle. In that part, you will answer 2 to 3. You will choose 2 to 3 items as for your answers. If 2 correct answers, then 4 answer choices. If 3 correct answers, then 5 answer choices. Yeah, if you have 5 answer choices, be careful. You need to check 3 of them. If you have 4 in square format, again, you need to choose 2 of them. Organization, underlying organization of lecture or relationships between 2 parts. Yeah. Connecting content questions. Drag and drop answer choices to the correct category. Place check marks in the correct boxes. Yeah. Sometimes there are some answers that you need to drag and place them insert them in the right place. And sometimes you need to just click and choose 2 or 3 answers. Reply questions. Attitude. Ask about speaker's feelings, opinion, or certainty. Yeah, attitude asks about the speaker's tone. You need to understand the kind of words, what kind of words the speaker is using, or the tone is like sad, happy, or angry. The function of the test. Ask about the meaning behind the speaker's words. Usually it's about inferring the answer. It's like inference. You need to understand or criticize what the speaker wanted to say. Include headphone icon. Yeah, listen again to the portion of the lecture or conversation. Yeah. Yes, some of the questions have an icon of headphone next to them. So they mean that you will be able to listen to that part again to answer, because these sentences are very difficult and they want you to listen again in order to remember. This is the good point, and thanks to the test designers to put this part. Otherwise it would be a bit more difficult. Yeah, common distractors. Common distractors, incorrect answers in the listening section. Repeat words and phrases from passage, but incorrectly. Yeah, answer the question. Yeah, there may be some keywords in the wrong sections or in the wrong answer choices. You need to be able to understand the detail of the detail, and at the same time keep the detail in your mind, and at the same time understand the picture of the lecture in order not to answer the select the answer choice. Previously it was easier. Just by seeing the keywords in the listening section, you would be able to answer the question correctly, even if you couldn't understand it completely. But today, they made it a bit more difficult. They want you to understand it deeply. Do not answer the question, which means they certain similar sounding words. They have certain similar sounding words, but the word is different. But pronunciation is a bit similar. Do not answer the question. The question is about something else, and the answer choice is about something else. So it doesn't match the purpose of the question. Are not mentioned in the passage. Sometimes it's mentioned. It talks about something which is not mentioned in the passage, but about the same topic. Contradict passage. Sometimes it contradicts passages. They have some difficult words. You need to be able to understand the answer choice completely. Yeah, just questions. Incorrect answers may be too broad or too narrow. Yeah, this is very important. You need to be able to understand this fact, because when the answer choice is not correct, it is very general, or sometimes it is a lot more in details, which doesn't cover all the answer. Okay, correct answers are usually restatements of information from the listening part, restatements or paraphrase of this. So if you have a wide range of vocabulary, and if you understand the complex sentence structures, then you will be able to answer these questions correctly. Don't worry about it. I'm sure you will do it. Guess if you're unsure of an answer. Yes, if you're unsure of an answer, it means that there is no negative points on this test. So you shouldn't just leave anything blank. You should answer all the questions, even if you are unsure of it. Eliminate the definitely wrong answers. So in this way, don't just choose it randomly. First of all, eliminate the definitely wrong answers. This helps you to narrow it down to the right answer. Choose the answer that is most consistent with the main idea. Then I hope that you will be able to answer them correctly. Yeah. More helpful tips. You only have 35 seconds to answer each question. So you need to be a bit fast, and you need to take notes while listening, because it will be hard for you under pressure and stress to remember what they said. And since the lectures are very long, you won't be able to remember everything in detail unless you're a robot. And maintain a balance between speech and accuracy. Yeah, you shouldn't just maintain a balance between speech and accuracy. If time is running out, guess the answer to the remaining questions. You do not lose points for incorrect answers. Yeah, so answer all of them. Okay guys, thank you for watching, and see you in our next lesson. Bye.